Hi, I'm Catherine. I was diagnosed with stage 3A, high-grade serous ovarian cancer in April 2019. I'm now NED, no evidence of disease. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story very quickly, because raising awareness of the symptoms of ovarian cancer is really important, especially as there's no screening program yet. I was going for a big night out. So, of course, big nights out mean waxing. So I went, got some waxing, and when I was on the table, I turned over onto my tummy and I had a real pain on my left-hand side. And I looked down and I really noticed quite a bulge that I hadn't even noticed it before. So after that, the next couple of weeks were really quite a blur. My health deteriorated significantly. I was initially reviewed for bladder issues, but then very shortly after that, my leg bloated and I couldn't walk. I was in a lot of pain. And what had happened was my tumour had caused a blockage, and I'd got a clot in my right leg and also in my lung. So my kidneys weren't functioning properly. So I had to be taken into hospital and my kidneys were drained. So I was finally ready for surgery. It was complicated, but it was really successful. The surgeon got all the visible cancer. Like many women, my cancer was diagnosed because of another issue, and ovarian cancer symptoms are so similar to what many women experience on a regular basis. So if we all have our different stories, we all have our own different experiences, but if we can continue to talk about them and share them, we can at least get the symptoms of ovarian cancer out, more widely known, and then hopefully women will get diagnosed at an earlier stage.